What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bourbon of the Week. My name's Chris. I'm going to be your host for today, and we have another special one. This is our part 2 of our series, our nosing kit series. So basically, I want to get better at picking out flavor profiles in different bourbons. So I went out, I bought a nosing kit off Etsy. I'll put it in the link in the description down below. And then I have Marissa print me out the nosing and palate taste. I did both this time because last time she printed out the wrong one. So I have the nosing and palate notes from Breaking Bourbon. If you don't already know Breaking Bourbon, check them out. Awesome website. Great reviews, very descriptive. So I have my nosing kit. I have what's supposed to be in this bourbon, which we went with the Rabbit Hole Hiegold. I just got my hands on this, very thankful. And a lot of you recommended last time to print out what is this called? This is called a flavor wheel, there it is, from Modern Thirst. Modern Thirst was the most recommended one. This basically tells you start in the middle. You start with sweet. Is it a baked sweet, a candy sweet, or a buttery sweet? Then from there you can break it down into vanilla, caramel, I have a terrible printer. Maple syrup, butterscotch, toffee, simple syrup, honey, bakery goods, chocolate, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to try with this. We're going to use our nosing kit. It has some crazy cool things in here. If you haven't already checked out part 1, make sure you check out part 1. And everybody knows before we get started though, time for the traditional sip. I'm trying this Kentucky Chew that they teach you. First of all, that's fantastic. That is a very good bourbon. This is coming in at 95 proof, so not too terribly high, but at the same time, I think I like that because it's going to be easier to get past the ethanol kick and try and get more into these tasting notes. Now let's try this. We're going to nose some of these, we're going to nose this again, we're going to taste again, and we can see what we can pull out. I feel like I've already gotten better at this. Don't know if that's in my head or not. But I'm going to start out with, we have a lot in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18. 18 different things in here. I'm going to try and pull out the first 2 or 3 that I got on my own without doing any type of going through. Last time we had to go through every single one. We're going to try and pull out a few here that I get just off tasting this and smelling it for 1 or 2 sips. You got to do it with your mouth open. That's what they teach you. Allows those flavors to come out a little bit better. So off the rip here, I'm getting a little bit of rye. I didn't even look up the mash bill on this. I didn't want to cheat at all. I don't think it tells you anywhere on here. I think there is a little bit of rye in this. It's got a little bit of a rye kick to it. So we're going to try rye first. I definitely get the corn sweetness, I think. But yeah, I think there's a rye spice to this. We're going to see. I didn't print out the mash bill. I should look that up at the end, but we'll see. So rye, I'm going to say it's got a little bit of a rye. The one thing that I thought I picked up here right away, actually there's 2 things. You know what? I don't have toffee in here. I get toffee. I'm a big toffee guy. Love the Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, which won our March Madness Single Barrel bracket. Big toffee. This tastes like it has a little bit of toffee in it as well, but cinnamon on this as well. Definitely 100% I get cinnamon on this. Cinnamon seems like an easy one to pick out just because it's such an easy flavor profile. It's such an easy smell. Everybody knows what cinnamon smells like. And then another good one that I think I get off this is caramel or brown sugar. I guess caramel's a little bit sweeter than the brown sugar, but brown sugar's still kind of sweet, right? This one's kind of hard because this is like, I don't know if I should add water to this. It's like rock salad. You know what I mean? Can't really smell it. Okay, yes you can. Caramel. Now I could say caramel, vanilla, oak on every single one, right? I would say maybe a little bit of caramel. I'm not getting a lot of caramel, so we'll leave that as like a maybe. Rye and cinnamon are like definites. Let's go to the brown sugar now. Okay, yeah. So caramel and brown sugar are different. I am getting a little bit of brown sugar. Now, those are the 2, I would say cinnamon and brown sugar were the 2 that I really kind of pulled out right away there. Let's see if we can get into any other ones here. Corn, we're going to leave alone. Maybe vanilla, obviously, is always a good one to try. And then, again, another one of these things where it's probably got vanilla in it, vanilla, caramel, oak. I'm not getting a lot of vanilla on this one. I'm also going to look at my wheel here. So brown sugar falls under, where do we have brown sugar? Butterscotch, simple syrup, maple syrup, vanilla, black pepper. They don't even have brown sugar on here. It's not a very good one to have if you don't have brown sugar. Shouldn't there be brown sugar on here? Anyway, no brown sugar on this, but it is that sweetness, that baked sweetness. So chocolate / bakery goods. Maybe we'll try that one next. Any chocolate on this? No. Not getting any chocolate. Not myself, at least. Honey, maybe. It almost tastes like it. When I had my first sip, I was thinking like a syrup, but not a honey, really. But like that viscosity that you get. I'm not getting honey, but I still think maybe a little bit of syrup on this, like a maple syrup type of flavor. Again, not, I mean, the rye is there, that rye spice. Definitely a rye. Black pepper. A little bit of black pepper, so we'll go black pepper in the middle. Cinnamon, rye, brown sugar for sure. Black pepper a little bit. Caramel, maybe a little bit. I'm still a little bit hesitant on caramel. Oak, I do get oak actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Again, another one of those things. Duh, Chris, of course it has oak. Now the question is, this says wood. So then it has oak, wood, and nuts. Now we have peanuts here and we have oak here. We don't have wood here. I don't really know what the difference between oak and wood is. I guess oak would be like a heavier, denser, where wood would be like wood chips, like lighter. And then nuts. Let's see if we get peanuts. Did I already do peanuts? I don't think I did. Not getting any peanuts. Oak, maybe, but now that I'm looking at this flavor wheel, it says wood. And it says cedar pine. I have no clue. Are people out smelling trees? Like, oh, let's go smell this cedar tree. I guess you know what a pine tree smells like, right? Like that wintry, fresh type of tree smell. And then new oak and toasted oak. I don't know an age statement on this as well. Matured over 3 years in new charred American oak barrels. So there we go. So it does have an age statement. Over 3 years. So it's not over 4 years, or else they would have put over 4. So it's a 3-year age, which makes you want to think new oak, right? But it's obviously a bourbon, so it's obviously toasted oak. See, this is, I don't understand how you people do this. This one's tough. Oak for sure. The question is it a maple tree? Is it maple? That's what it is. The oak, the wood, cedar, and pine, they don't have maple in here. It's a maple tree. That's where I'm getting that maple syrup. You know that sap that you get from a maple tree? Look at me. Look at me. Look at us. We're doing it. Look at us. It's a maple syrup, maple oak, maple tree smell. That's what I'm getting. Floral or fruit? I'm not really getting. We got cherry here. Let's try cherry out. The last one we did was straight cherry bomb. The Statesman, Old Forester Statesman. Not getting a lot of cherry. I'm not getting a lot of fruit on this at all. The only other one, leather, I'm really usually good at picking leather out. I don't get a lot of leather on this. I don't get a lot of tobacco either. I don't get a lot of leather. I'm going to skip tobacco because I know what tobacco smells like. Mint, maybe? It might have a... I'm going to go a little bit of mint. So there we have it. I think those are enough flavors to pick out. Does this have mint on it? Tobacco, licorice, mint, aromatic, mint, herbal tea, clove, or black pepper. We do have the black pepper. We said a little bit of black pepper. I don't know why I can't say that. And then we have mint. So herbal tea. I don't drink a lot of herbal tea. I drink a lot of Lipton iced tea or Lipton tea. I don't get herbal tea like a green tea. I understand what they're trying to get out of that. Coffee, no. Leather, no. Apricot. What does an apricot taste like or smell like? You don't know. Lemon. I don't get a lot of fruit on this, so we're going to skip fruit and floral. The wood, we got the grain. Spicy, sweet, we got spicy, it's rye. Sweet is corn, wheat, or malt. Definitely doesn't seem like a wheated bourbon if you ask me. I've only had a few wheated bourbons, but I don't think this is a wheated bourbon. We're going to look that up. I might have to cut the video for a second just so I can go look up the mash bill on this, if they tell you. Oh my gosh. 70% corn, 25% malted rye, and 5% malted barley. Didn't see that, I promise you. So there we have it, rye. Not a wheated bourbon. Called it. I'm the best. I know what I'm doing. Buttery. Vanilla, caramel, maple syrup. Oh, they do have maple syrup. There it is. Maple syrup. Maple tree, though. Maple tree. Sap. That's what I'm getting. There we go. These are the ones I'm going to pick. We're going to close this up. We're going to look at our references, which again, Breaking Bourbon. If you don't already, check them out. I'm sure you've already seen them if you're watching this right here. They're like the #1 site when it comes to these reviews. Awesome reviews. The guys know how to write too. And gals. Caramel and gingerbread sweet. Gingerbread. Like the gingerbread house. Not the gumdrop buttons.
No, not the buttons. Not my gumdrop button.
No gingerbread on here. Bakery goods, I guess we could put that under. Under baked gingerbread. This is the nose, by the way. Caramel and gingerbread sweetness. Gently rise from the glass. Listen to how they write this. A quick swirl reveals apricot. Oh my gosh. They do get apricot? I don't even think I know what an apricot is. A quick swirl reveals apricot. Sure. There's apricot in this, in case you didn't know. Now I need to go out, I need to buy an apricot. That's what we're doing for round 3. Apricots. I'm coming back to this. And a touch of oak. Boom, we got oak. Caramel, I have a little bit of caramel. Gingerbread, didn't even think about it. It's a medium to light overall intensity and offers a pleasant and inviting introduction to the sip. I would agree. Very nice introduction to this sip. Very sweet a little bit to start before it kicks into that rye spice. Not overwhelming with the alcohol. Now we get into the palate. Sweet brown sugar. Boom. Got it. And caramel contrasts rye spice. Boom. Called it. And the overall impression is characteristically sweet. Agreed. The delivery is surprisingly gentle considering the proof. Well, I mean, it's not like... It doesn't even break 100 proof, so... Sure. And the bourbon is relatively thin. Yeah, that's about right. Despite this, it's an enjoyable combination of flavors with which few will find fault with. I would agree. They don't mention cinnamon. I get cinnamon. They don't mention mint. I get mint. And they don't mention black pepper. But I think I get these. Maybe I'm making it up. I mean, we're only going off of one guy's review. They're obviously great, like I mentioned, but people are going to pick out different flavor notes. So you let me know if you've had the Hiegold. Hiegold? That's what I'm doing, right? Rabbit Hole Hiegold, high rye, small batch. So it is a high rye. It says it right on the bottle. I didn't even see that. Louisville, Kentucky. I get black pepper. You let me know. I get cinnamon. And then the mint was like... The mint was surprising. I thought I'd get mint. Maybe the mint is so overwhelming out of this that I like just pick. This is like crazy. It tastes like or it smells like, what's that gum? That mint gum. We all know it. I get mint. That's just me. We called 3 of them. We called it was a high rye. Definitely brown sugar. Oak, maple oak. Called that. Caramel a little bit we got. And then black pepper, cinnamon, and mint. Not on this particular review, but that's what I'm picking out of this. This definitely helped. Modern Thirst, this definitely helped. I wish there were a couple more on here that aren't on here, as well as a couple more in our tasting kit that aren't in here as well. Maybe we'll start to put our own together for the 3rd one. We'll get an apricot, however you want to say it. Maybe we'll get a gingerbread house, stuff like that. Stuff that's on this list that isn't in here, stuff that is in here that's not on this list, and a combination of everything in general. We'll try it all. We'll get everything that we can for the 3rd one, but I need to know from you guys. Let me know the 3rd one that I should be trying. What's a good bourbon that you can pull out crazy flavor notes from? A bunch of different ones so I can test it with this palette, with this nosing kit, and just try and get better overall at this. But that's where we're going to leave it for today. Make sure you check me out on Instagram at Bourbon of the Week. Scroll down in the description, hit that Patreon link, hit that Discord link, come chat with us. Tell me about your favorite bourbons and everything like that. Don't drink and drive, drink responsibly, stay healthy, stay happy, stay drinking. Cheers, y'all.